There's something I've been exploring for the past number of years, which is interesting, which is it's visualization, where you create something in your mind and it shows up. And now the question is, do I say, "Hey God, I need a new pair of shoes," and then I find a new pair of shoes sitting on the top of a trash can in the alley? Is that God's job? So do you believe in that which you must obey and that which commands you, that which owns and rules the universe, or do you believe in a collective? I think there's two things going on. I think one of these things is what I choose to call the universe. And then there is the prime mover. There's a good chance that they are not the same. They're not the same entity. So what the prime mover would either be God, that which created the universe, and a collection of people, much like a party is a collection of people. No one person can be a party. So if the universe is a party, then it's a vast group of consciousnesses which have chosen to enjoy the party of this universe. Now, the universe itself is complex enough. It's a thing. I believe it's got a life of its own. So we interact with the universe. Now, when you're praying, you may be praying to, if you choose to pray, you can pray to God. God, who created everything, who is the only moral arbiter, who I must worship, who I must pray to, who I must never disobey. Just because you're asking in that manner, or I can say like, "Hey, universe, give me this," and I get it. And completely reverently, completely without worship, completely without feeling the need to obey rules or anything like that. The question is, does any one approach work more than any other approach? I don't worship any God. I wouldn't worship any God even if I believed in a God, because I don't think any God that would require worship, any God that would need to have his or her or its ass kissed, would be worthy of such. But as visualization goes, I started visualizing stuff and I started getting really very specific responses. I needed some cross-country skis. And I was thinking cross-country, yeah, I gotta get some cross-country skis. I gotta get some cross-country skis. And then I go outside like a couple weeks later and I find 3 pairs of cross-country skis, just about brand new, sitting in the dumpster outside my house. I was like, okay, so I take them. And then later on, I needed a saw table. I needed to do some carpentry work. It's like, yeah, I gotta make a saw table, I didn't get around to it. I walk outside in my garage, outside in the alley behind my house. There's a saw table sitting there, just sitting there. It's like I'm not even buying it at this point. Like, no. And I actually left it there. And 2 days later, it was still there. Nobody would take it. And people took everything in that alley. It was Scavengerville. So, okay, well, that was my saw table. I used it. And, eventually when I was done with it, I, gave it back. When I needed a piece of film equipment called a skateboard dolly, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get one. No, I'm not going to buy it. I'll get one someplace. No, I'm not going to buy it. They're a little expensive. I just didn't need it that much, but I wanted one. And I go outside my house one day, and it's like, at night, taking out the trash, and there, sitting in the alley, is a skateboard dolly, which is, we're in Los Angeles, we're in Hollywood, filmmakers all over the place. It's not the kind of thing people would throw away. And it's sitting out there, and it's just sitting in a pile of garbage, and I'm just like, no. I don't grab this and I thank God. God, thank you for bringing me the skateboard dolly and the skis and the saw table and the various other things I manifest. I don't thank God for that. I thank the universe for that. But when I'm thanking the universe, I see the universe as being something that exists on its own, and the beliefs of people that believe in manifestation is that the universe is there. It's like a concierge to the universe. It's not like it's there to kiss your ass. It's not like it's there to slave away for you. But when you need something, you visualize it, you ask the universe, and you give it a little bit of time, and stuff shows up. And so, and that's called manifestation. And I've managed to manifest remarkably specific things. But the thing is, once again, is the universe my slave? I don't see it like that. I like the concierge theory. The universe is there to work with me to make sure I have a good time, to make sure I get what I need.